as a psychologist, here's some things that I want to know. How do you think we psychologically process the deaths of Black people at the hands of law enforcement?
Yeah, there's a conscious impact and a subconscious impact, and I think it's a collective impact. Meaning, the symbolism, for example, of Trayvon Martin being killed. The symbolism in that, for one, if you were a young Black boy, between the ages of 8 and 12, that symbolism, it feeds or it affirms what society says, meaning it makes you feel inferior, not appreciated, taken for granted, and that, of course, your life means a little less. Put another way, when a grown man chases a little boy into the dark, shoots him and comes out and never does a day in jail for it, that communicates, especially at a young age, to a young Black boy that his life is less than valuable, not as valuable as a non-Black life. And so I think, we've seen these things over the years, collectively as a group. And I really think that Black people, we have this perpetual collective grief, meaning we constantly live in a psychological state of always losing something. So person, they experience grief when there's a loss. If you lose your job, you lose your relationships, you lose a life, you automatically grieve. Well, because of racism, Black people always have to collectively take a lot of losses. Black Americans are the youngest race on the planet. What I'm saying is this: 400 years ago, we didn't even exist. 400 years ago, we were African. But because of the mixing of bloods, European blood, Asian blood, Native American blood, Hispanic blood, now we're basically a new race. And the thing that sets us apart from all other races is that our whole existence has been a perpetual loss, meaning we've been struggling since day one in America.
True.
And so at the end of the day, just like trauma can be passed down from one generation to the next, collectively we have experienced enough trauma to where we now function with this collective fear of just always losing things. And that's what discrimination basically means. It means to have something taken away from you or withheld. And so Trayvon Martin, with his life being lost, collectively we grieve.